This is the Just Steph Show, and I'm your host, Steph Palermo, your Italian Boston girl who's an empath, healer, and all-around seeker of wisdom. Tune in weekly for advice on how to live your best life at work, home, or play so you can feel groovy every day.
Well, a beach community wouldn't be whole if it didn't have a yoga studio. It's so zen. I want to tell you about my experience with yoga. I have struggled even trying yoga for years because of my own physical limitations. I knew I would not be able to do all the poses perfectly or to be able to do them at all, but I decided to let that all go and to drop the ego and to try yoga. And I use my boxing wraps to help me with my hand and to not have a lot of pressure there to do the poses, but I've been able to progress. My time here in Gloucester would not be complete without a trip here to Treetop Yoga. We're going to talk with Erin McKay, and we're going to also hit the mat and do a few poses. Hey, I'm here with Erin McKay, one of the owners of Treetop Yoga here in Gloucester. So I'm so excited to be here. Thank you. I'm so thrilled to be doing some yoga with you a little later. So it's taken me a while to figure out the correlation between real life, living life, and the mat. Can you give us the cliff notes?
Definitely. So I found it hard to find that as well. I first came, I was frustrated in down dog. I was a busy mom of 4 kids who was trying to quiet my mind at home, and I found the mat to be the place that I could quiet my mind and then carry off into the world. So if I started to use this breath work, I started to do these poses that have been around over hundreds of years.
Right.
I was finding when I then went home to PTO, to the grocery store, I could take a little breath and I could slow down and I could come back to myself and not have the monkey brain going on all the time.
So one question though, when we find poses and different movements in yoga difficult, how is that a correlation to life?
Exactly. So I'm very type A, and when the poses were hard, do you know anything about that?
I wouldn't know what she's talking about at all.
When the poses were hard, I was getting so frustrated, and I had to learn. And my teacher who trained me, Katie, would constantly say, it's not about being perfect, it's the practice. It's not about being perfect, it's the practice. There's always a destination. No one's ever reaching perfection. And you really have to embrace that. You know, when things get hard on the mat, I teach preschool yoga and they say, I can't do tree. I say, we can't do tree yet. And I now find myself doing that in my life. I can't do it yet, but I'm working towards that.
Well, thanks, I'm so glad to be here.
Thank you for coming.
I love it. Thank
Welcome
you.
to Gloucester.
Thank you, I love it. I'm really enjoying all of Gloucester, I really am.
Wonderful. Welcome to Treetop. All of the light and love and peace in my heart recognizes the light, love, peace that exists in each of your hearts and the hearts of all beings on this earth. Namaste. Namaste.
I really loved practicing yoga today here with Erin McKay and doing some of my favorite poses like humble warrior and half pigeon. I will definitely be back.